You may think that having both people in a relationship being really interested in personal finance would make money talks easier. And while it can be to some extent, because both myself and my husband are very comfortable talking about money, it's something that we're comfortable with talking about. We do on a monthly, weekly, like daily basis, essentially. So we don't feel awkward talking about money between the two of us. However, just because we're both interested in personal finance, just because we're open to talking about it, doesn't always mean that we think the exact same way. We were also in a position where we were both individually interested in personal finance before we started dating. And I do think this is why we might have ended up together, because we both like that we're interested in money. However, being two individuals, we also have a different way of viewing money, how we feel with money, how we use it, save it, spend it, all of that kind of stuff can still be very different in people. Even though money conversation doesn't make us feel nervous or awkward, it doesn't always mean we have the same decision or outlook on something. So when it comes to selling this condo and buying a future home, one of us might want to move sooner than the other. One of us might want to prioritize savings for a house versus spending money on a vacation. One of us may want to spend on more personal care items. The other one probably doesn't care as much. One person probably wants to save more than the other. One wants to spend more than the other. We're both obviously raised by different parents, and your parents actually have a lot to do with how you view money as you grow up. I think somewhere I read that you make all of your money, like not decisions, but your ideas and your like outlooks on money is usually fully formed by the age of 7, which is kind of crazy. That's super young, right? Example of this is that we set a really high savings rate goal for this year. And my husband, he loves to, like, once he set a goal, he loves to hit it. So his priority, I guess, is more so hitting that number, even if our life changes, where I want to get as close to that number as possible. And if we can make that happen, then of course I want to hit that goal. I'm also goal oriented. But I'm also okay with, like, life obviously changes month to month. So if something comes up where I would feel more happy spending that money on something in the present, like we're spending more money on our honeymoon than we were planning to, that's gonna bring me joy and bring me lifelong happiness to have this incredible trip with my husband than it would be to save that extra hundreds or thousands of dollars. The takeaway from this is start having money conversations with your partner. The more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get. And don't be surprised if you have disagreements. You have to continue having discussions about this. I think this will be a lifelong thing. And the more you do it, the more practice you'll get, and it will get easier, I promise. And also, if you don't come to an agreed upon decision, just know it might take time, or you're gonna have to compromise and meet each other in the middle.